so do not have the capacity to file impeachments or ACOs.
Yep, I spoke to him about it today. Spoke to justices and him about it, and while I still have to do my own due diligence and look into it,
Yeah.
I don't, not exactly thrilled to sit there and read and understand legislation. I know I have to, so I haven't done it yet. But my understanding is in the DOJ, from my understanding, is in agreement that it is not within the purview for law enforcement to be filing impeachments. It is under the legislative, it is the legislative bodies that have to, law enforcement is to press the charges, and then once criteria is met, it is up to legislations or legislative bodies to actually press the impeachment aspect.
And the DOJ said that?
The DOJ was in agreement of it, yeah.
Okay. I mean,
and to be clear, I shouldn't say the DOJ. Danielson, Justice Danielson.
Got another report about you.
okay, Danielson said, okay. I have pretty big issues with it, I'll be honest. Obviously, you know, the whole point of our department is to do that. So to imply that it's not is I mean,
they were in agreement of bringing it up again after the dust has settled over what's currently going on. But obviously things were put in place the way they were when the marshals were part of the DOJ, so that was within their purview. Now that it's no longer a part, it probably needs to be revisited and adjusted. You know, whether that includes law enforcement, some marshals, whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
that was the outcome of the conversations here today. Like I said, I wasn't very. I'm not. I can't recite, you know, these legislations. I got a gist of them, but when it comes down to the black and white exact verbiage and intent, I'd have to relook at it again and read through it to make sure I'm interpreting it the correct way. As they are.
Yeah, as they are is I think the issue really. I can point to the first line in the legislation which states any person is able to file for impeachment of a government employee within the state of San Andreas.
And people's petition is $250,000. Seems pretty clear.
Yeah,
that any person can file it.
I mean, look, I'm not disagreeing, because I've always been told, and I thought, I mean, look, I know Michael's very diligent with what he does. I know he is. I know Nino was diligent with what he did, and Nino always pushed us to go. I shouldn't say pushed us, encourage us that, look, if impeachments need to be filed, to do so. You don't need people's permissions to do it.
Right.
You know, that's on y'all. That's part of the process of you know, someone in a government position when you're bringing charges up.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I was always under that belief as well. Now, Michael has a different interpretation of it, and when he explained it, like I said, Danielson agreed with it at the time. I was there to clarify. I'm trying to get clarification on this now, right?
Yeah.
They're saying, you know,
it's an interesting argument. Yeah.
Let me. Who's knocking the door?
Hey, Peacher.
Come on in.
Hey, Chief. Oh, hey.
Hey,
Dork.
Peach.
Hey, Johnny.
Oh, hey, Peach.
Chief, I need to get keys for 2 new dispatchers. We need help with the onboarding.
Okay. I will,
They're
I'll
like right
send
here.
over. I'm sorry.
I have them right here and stuff. And, we really need the keys.
Okay, absolutely. What is, you want to text me the state IDs there? Or actually just tell me what they are. I'll note them down here.
Okay. First one's for Logan Foss.
Grampy, thank you for gifting
The
us up
state
to Eric.
ID is 2.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Grampy.
226.
Okay.
Yeah. So that, once again, it's 20226.
20226. All right. The next one.
Right, next is Kai Foss. 20222.
20222. I will make sure those keys get put up front for him. All right.
Like right now?
Yeah, I'll get him up there.
Wait, I don't know what you mean. I know you're in a meeting and stuff. I want to give him the tour.
All right, go ahead and give him a tour.
Oh, okay,
By the
okay.
time
I'll
the
do
tour is
that.
done, the keys will be up front.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, Peach. How about that?
At least she's persistent.
Well, she's in charge of dispatchers, so making sure we have getting the dispatchers taken care of is important.
That's good
I'm
work.
assuming
Yeah.
captains were busy right now to give keys out.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I'm sure. Yep.
Where were we?
Just the DOJ and I guess Danielson and Michael. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there might be a lot of disagreement in the DOJ about that particular interpretation. I'm not sure. Sir.
Yeah.
Danielson speaks for all of them.
No, and that's why I wanted to clarify. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not the DOJ. It's Danielson. I know Grayson was brought in for one aspect of it, and he was the one who said essentially, addressing this while active. This is actively going on. Probably shouldn't be the case. So, as soon as the dust settles, that's something that should be brought up again and addressed. I think he was in agreement that it needs to be looked at again. And so
I agree. Yeah, 100%.
I think the marshals. I mean, frankly, I think if a civilian can. So the difference is that the issue that's being brought up is that impeachments are political. That's quite literally the argument. They're political, whereas law enforcement's there to enforce law. So as law enforcement, we are there with the job to enforce law, to bring up charges, to present it to the court if they're found guilty. At that point, the criteria is met for a impeachment. It should be the legislative bodies who are bringing up that impeachment based on the outcome of that court case. That's essentially the way it was presented.
I think that argument falls flat if you talk about the marshals, who are specifically here as oversight of each branch of government.
So I think where the issue comes is legislation doesn't state that. And again, I'm speaking purely off of what I heard, so don't quote me on that. But that's my understanding. Is essentially legislation doesn't back that because of the separation from the DOJ. I think the intention is that of having marshals, having oversight, and everyone needs check. Every agency needs a check and balance. Plain and simple. Everyone needs checks and balances. That's how everyone's held accountable. And marshals are a big check and balance. So how that conversation goes afterwards and making that happen, that's
it's definitely been a gap for a minute, because the whole us having to pay $250,000 is kind of crazy, given we post more impeachments than any other body in the city, right? It's just it feels like, if anything, we should be charged a lot less. So there was a discussion I was going to have anyway with the legislative bodies about getting us re-added and I guess clarified with hopefully a lower price. But yeah, I think it definitely needs to happen, but it also shouldn't. The issue I have is that it's being used by Michael to defend a member of his cabinet, even though it's existed while he's been in office and nothing's been done. I mean, it's like it's conveniently being brought up as a defense now, and a problem now, versus it's been a problem for a while, and hasn't he sorted it out for a while. I don't know. We'll see. I think it just needs to have a proper discussion about it, really. So
I agree, and I don't know. I mean, he's good at understanding and interpreting legislation. That's
I'm reading it right here. I hate to disagree with you, Chief, but I think these people.
Which one are you reading?
Well, I mean, if people think that there's no legislation that says that we're independent oversight of law enforcement agencies, it's clearly stated in the San Andreas State Marshals and Correctional.
No, they never say anything about law. the
Well, it says
oversight of
government
law
corruption.
enforcement.
Government corruption would also, I would believe, fall under the purview of investigating the DOJ. It clearly says.
So here's a point that was made that pertains to that, was that bringing up charges on someone for a form of corruption is what the marshals and sorry, not marshals, what law enforcement is intended to do. When it comes to impeaching, it's to be left to the legislative bodies. That's again how it's portrayed.
I think I agree with that's their interpretation. I just think that
Don't like
that's
the
a half-baked
restriction.
interpretation.
I don't
of
like the
legislation.
So basically, what they're saying is that you can that PD cannot. So let's say, here's an example. Let's say we had Mayor Gunnar Kane and we had Chief White Toner who was investigating Gunnar Kane about some corruption or other felonious activity, and you found some stuff that might be criminal charges, and then you want to post an impeachment, but you can't because that's what they're saying and it's not legislated. But if you found that stuff out as a civilian, you could post an impeachment because all you'd have to do is pay 250 grand. So
I guess it's more so the route in which you obtain that information.
I'm
just trying to relay what was informed to me.
Yeah.
I still need to read it and create my interpretation of it.
It sounds like an unnecessary restriction on accountability in the state. Why would it be a problem for a member of the police department to post an impeachment?
I also think that based on the constitutional justification laid out in legislation, the fact that the authority to establish and empower the SASM and DOC derives from the state of San Andreas means that they probably can't change this valid legislation because the authority is derived directly from the state based on the legislation. But what do I know? It was something I'll have to figure out, eventually.
Yeah,
I think this is something that needs some clarity. We need clarity on this.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I said, I was there more to listen than to sit there and argue. And I want to hear what understand what exactly is going on. And I need to read myself. So I think I think this is a conversation that needs to happen with a larger group of people, justices, legislative bodies, whatever the case may be, to finally get some a bit more black and white. If amendments need to happen to legislations, and so be it.
Yeah.
But it needs to be more black and white.
I agree.
Because we were wrong then too. That's what I brought up. I said we did wrong then by filing an impeachment for Princess then, if that's the case.
Yeah, it's retroactively stating that the DOJ has been improper in all their rulings on any PD pushed impeachments and martial pushed impeachments since April.
Yeah, that
at
would
least
also mean...
correct. Yeah, I mean that's what I mean that's a big part of it. When I read about his response and part of while I was there was, hey, we're guilty of it too. Then how do we rectify this? How do we prevent this from happening in the future? If law enforcement can't file impeachments, what are we to do? I mean, essentially, we shouldn't even be recommending it to legislative bodies because we are law enforcement, and it is a political subject per se.
Yeah, I agree. I understand that interpretation. I think it's clear that our interpretation is the same one that it's been going forward. That is, any single person can push an impeachment regardless of who they are, as long as they pay $250,000 or get a 50-person. There's no restriction in there saying that law enforcement cannot, and saying that it's political doesn't necessarily mean that you can't do it. If it is, let's say it is post facto, it is definitely political doing an impeachment. I do not see why that means that law enforcement cannot do it.
That's what I don't like the encapsulation that impeachments are political, because it gives the implication that there is ulterior motives behind it that aren't just we're trying to hold someone accountable.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Like, why does it have to have some kind of motive other than that? Doesn't. when we impeach, we don't do it based on whether or not we agree with the mayor's decisions on things or whether or not we agreed with the chief of EMS. It's objective.
I think they've got a unique interpretation of the laws.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think that's everyone has points here. I'm going to be honest. Everyone has points. I just
I think it's
what I'm
very
looking
worth
for
a
is
discussion.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. What I'm looking for is clarification here. You know, we just need to know what we can and can't do and what's expected of us, right? We don't write legislation. Well, we can write legislation and try to push it, but we're not the ones who enact it, right? That conversation needs to happen. I like to be part of it. I can understand it.
Yeah, me too. I'm in no way trying to corner you here, Chief. So please just tell me if you're not comfortable answering this question. I completely understand. In your conversations with the mayor, has he, prior to I guess yesterday, or even when he was not the mayor, has he expressed any concerns with myself to you?
Prior to yesterday, no.
Okay. The reason I ask is because when I went to the legislative meeting to bring up, well, I was asked to come to the legislative meeting to bring up the concerns I had with the legislation about the felons being appointed in officials and also the succession stuff. I couldn't help but feel, and it did turn out that way, that the mayor was very hostile with myself, and I'm just wondering, I'm trying to figure out where that came from. I want to have a conversation with him, but I think with the impeachment and everything right now, it wouldn't go well. So I'm just trying to figure out where that's come from, and yeah, I obviously don't want that going forward, and I want it to be a professional relationship, but it definitely didn't feel like that in that meeting.
I don't believe we've brought up. I mean, maybe marshals in passing have been mentioned, but never spoken directly about you or really anything marshal related. You know, I can speak of investigations with them, and I don't have anything there for you that I could speak on.
I appreciate it, Chief. Thank you. Anyway,
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Gunny, you got anything else for the Chief?
Nope, not that I can think of.
No, I don't think so. Okay. All right. Thanks for your time, Chief. If you need anything, just give us a bill.
Will do. Thank you both. You take care.
You too.
You know, we need to poach him one day.
I think we're gonna poach the Chief.
One day, you know, one day. I could dream, you know.
Yeah, gotcha. Hello, marshals.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, got new dispatches, huh?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No fresh blood.
They're married.
They're married, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. 10, 12.
Nice to meet you guys.
What's a 10, 12, guys?
What's a 10, 12?
10, 12. No? 10, 4?
Yes. 10-4.
Yeah, what's a 10 4?
10-4. It's like
Yes.
it's like yeah, it's like
Yeah.
acknowledged. It's like
Ooh,
yes,
good,
10-4.
good.
Yeah.
Aye, Captain.
Good.
Aye, aye, Captain.
What's a 1076?
76 is on the way.
Oh, he's good. He knows his stuff.
Yeah.
Tina.
10-3 also means shut the fuck up.
Oh,
10-9.
damn.
Repeat the last transmission. Boom.
They know their
Ooh.
stuff. Okay.
10-2.
Yeah.
Yes, people do that whenever you trade radio checks. And you got
If I was to
78s and 77s.
If I was to say Peach is a 1096, what does that mean?
She's a
Oh,
she's a
suspect watch?
suspect.
Oh,
I'm
they don't
lost.
resist,
I was
they
not
don't
expecting
resist. Hey,
What
at least
the
they
hell,
don't
man?
resist, you know, they know what they're
What
doing.
the hell? You
Oh,
cuff
okay,
only I
okay.
get to cuff him, okay? That's my job.
You know what,
He
that's right. I apologize. I'm
He
sorry.
didn't even make them tight.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're
He
very
likes
the
him
good.
tight.
crime.
He likes him tight.
I
Yeah.
apologize. Yeah.
It's okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's alright.
Okay, Peach, stick like you're kind the good ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
It up.
Yeah, y'all.
I-
We
I
got.
like
We know our
this
shit,
too.
man. Yeah, we got this.
Okay, so this is the dispatch.
We need to steal keys to the MRPD fridge.
Yeah, man.
The whole world's coming to an end, ain't it?
Yep.
This is it. It was a good run.
But the door's open.
Yeah, I bet this is gonna blow up when we get in it.
Don't jinx it.
I've seen too many of these fire starter videos. There's another one of some people getting killed on Twitter from fire starters.
Oh, really?
Sparks of Rebellion, yeah, 5 hours ago. Sparks of Rebellion. People hop out of a van and then they just mow down what looks like some officers. Yeah, some officers.
Oh my god.
Yep, it's on Twitter right there. Sparks of Rebellion. Just
Anything
murdering
new
them.
on the sign up there?
The Nest logo, the white one, is technically new. You see the Epsilon? See the blue background? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's what I'm talking about. In front of the Nest Construction logo on the sign. Yeah, I think these people have a unique interpretation of the law that even Arnold Blast was like, what the fuck am I hearing?
I don't know why the DOJ's like agreeing with it.
I know.
Why?
My tinfoil hat theory.
Oh, you think the DOJ's in on it?
I think that what they're kind of telling us pretty clearly, you know, it's deeper than you think, you know. Either they're in on it or they're convinced to be in it, you know, unwillingly, like they're being convinced that they're getting the wool pulled over their eyes. It's one or the other.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. All right, mate. Well, I'm calling it for the night.
Yeah, well, you better get that goddamn contest up.
It's up already. Been up for hours, mate. Yeah. I will see you tomorrow. Okay.
All right, I'll catch you on the flip side.
All right. Take it easy, mate.
Bye bye.
All right, chat. We're gonna go play some other games. I think I've had enough GTA for the day. I didn't plan on doing GTA at all. We could go do some RimWorld right now. But for now, I'm gonna go get myself a drink, run to the bathroom. I think I might have to quickly get one of Baby Sock's bottles ready for when she wakes up in the middle of the night. But I will be back in just a moment. Give me a few minutes, and I'm just gonna put words on stream on. I'll put your tablet on. Did you second Hello Fresh Food today? Give us a review, Derico. I'll give it a read when I get back. All right, I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, I'm back. You winning? You winning, kids? Right. Sorry, I'll skip for you. Hang on. Playing. I want to see if Rimworld has a Twitch work like a Twitch mod. Hold up. Road it come. There is I found a mod for this. I'm already subscribed apparently. Okay. I'm setting it up. Yeah, you can chat in game with it, yeah. Got to the hell and you're to blame. You play Odyssey? I don't have Odyssey, no. I don't even know if I have a anomaly. I think I've only got the first three. I think my mod sorted there. Twitch chat. There we go. Trooper. Oh no, not possible. My bad. You're to blame. Do you love a bad name? Alright, restart the game. Okay, what do? I'm just gonna set it up really quick. Oh, I went off the workshop like a donkey. Options, mod settings. Okay. Do. I've got to generate a new fucking Twitch token or something. It says. 'Cause I'm back in black. Put in your user, nickname, token, and channel. Do. Oh, I got it. Ooh, it's working. Okay. I think it's good though. It should work. I'll restart the game just in case. So. Bag. I still got the title as peak time. That was variety. Thank you, Jim. Alright, I need you guys to lose. I'm just kidding. Let's win. I'll play. I'll join in. Someone's done flip already. Flips. It was peak throughout GTA. Oh no. Oops. Play a nice guess, Jim. Uh-oh. An M? Nope. Damn, that was a hard level. That was a hard one, chat. I'll give you that. Amplify. Good guess. Alright, chat. Let's play some Rimworld. Let's play some damn Rimworld. If you want as well, you guys can also... We'll do the next... We hit a sub goal at 450. You guys can choose the music for the next hour if you want. So, send me